What's going on, everybody? This is your boy K-Lou11 back on the mic with This Is All Things Sports, and these are my thoughts. Today I bring you the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who hold the 7th overall pick in this upcoming NFL draft. The Buccaneers are looking to rebound after a disappointing 4-12 season. They start off by bringing in new head coach Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith is no stranger to being head coach, as he was a head coach for the Chicago Bears for many years, in which he saw the Chicago Bears have one of the top NFL defenses, lead them to multiple playoff appearances, including one Super Bowl appearance. So Lovie Smith brings a lot of experience and respectability to the position. He also was able to bring in former Minnesota Vikings head coach Leslie Frazier to be a defensive coordinator. So look for this team to really improve on the defensive side of the ball. Not just did they bring in new head coaches, but they were also to bring in a slew of free agents. And the list goes: defensive end Michael Johnson from Cincinnati, cornerback Altron Warner from Tennessee, defensive tackle Clint McDonald from Seattle, tight end Brandon Myers from the Giants, quarterback Josh McCown from the Bears, cornerback Mike Jenkins from the Raiders, center Evan Diedrich Smith from the Packers, and left tackle Anthony Collins also from the Bengals. These are just a few of the many free agent signings that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were able to sign. Now, if you notice, a lot of those guys were either on the offensive line or on the defensive side. Like I said, Lovie Smith, he's a defensive-minded guy. So he's adding players already to a pretty good defense that holds safety Mark Barron and also linebacker Levante Davis and also defensive lineman Aaron Claiborne. On the offensive side of the ball, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They did sign veteran quarterback Josh McCown, but they also do have young quarterback Mike Glennon. Can Mike Glennon sustain in his starting position, or will Josh McCown be able to calculate and take advantage of his Cinderella type season, I guess you could call it, after last year, what he was able to do in the Bears system? Now, with the 7th overall pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are most likely going to be looking to grab either defensive end Jadeveon Clowney or outside linebacker Khalil Mack, if either one is still on the board. But given that those are two of the top defensive prospects, it's a high chance that both of them could be gone when the number 7 pick comes around. Well, if that's the case, look for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to explore and drafting outside linebacker Anthony Barr out of UCLA. Anthony Barr started off at UCLA as a running back, but then was switched over to the defensive side. In the last 2 years, he's accumulated 23.5 sacks. That's pretty impressive for a guy who never played defense until his sophomore year in college. Look for them to get a young pass rusher in Barr, and look for them as the draft goes on to establish more depth on both the defensive line, a possible another safety, and look for them to also establish maybe a slot wide receiver and possible a backup running back, considering that last year when running backs Doug Brown, Mike James, and Bruce Rainey all went down with injuries, look for them to potentially grab a running back in the later rounds. Well, these are all my thoughts that I have on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Next, I'll be bringing you the 8th overall pick, the Minnesota Vikings. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KLou11. Until next time, peace.